Good morning.
Irresistibly awful number 123. Matt and John. John picked Wolf Cop 2014. John, besides Werewolf Dog, what'd you think?
What else is there to talk about, really, though? Oh, that was great. Oh, that was so much fun.
Oh, God.
From the transition from human to werewolf, I mean, I can't wait till we get to that because I got some things to say. To to the, I don't know if you want to call it girlfriend, or man, there was some fun stuff in here.
I know. Yeah, it's we got everything in this movie from some kind of hunting thing to shapeshifters to wolf cops to Satan. They're sacrificing, and I mean it's I gotta tell you though, it kept my attention for the 78-minute runtime or whatever it was.
Yeah, not too long. Yep.
Yep, we like it. That's what we like.
Well,
but boy, it had some things in here where it's just I just it took them so long before we actually see him as full blown wolf cop, right? It takes like 60 minutes.
Yeah, first time is just a bit of a teaser, we get a little arm or claws, and but that's we don't have to see everything. We don't know what's going on yet.
Yeah. So, well, let's go. We can talk about the cast here. We got the main guy, Lou. There's Tina. She's his partner on the force. That is 3 people.
Yeah, three cop force.
And the other person is the chief, who does not like Lou.
Yeah.
There's
that's Tina, though. She's been employed, officer of the month, since forever.
Fucking Lou can't crack that thing. I don't know if it's constant drinking might be the problem. I don't know.
Might be. I don't never showing up on time, not actually doing work. Could be.
I don't know about our past movies. Maybe I should keep track of people who drink the most, because I think Lou, this fucker was putting back booze every second of the day.
He was, yeah. He was a professional drinker.
There's Jessica, the hot bartender.
Mm-hmm.
Mayor Bradley, who's running for re-election. She's an old lady. The chief, we already mentioned. Willie. I don't know what to call Willie exactly.
Yeah, he's like the local whack job who looking into things going on in the woods, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think this guy is actually credited as gang leader on IMDb.
Yes. So his character name was gang leader. And hey, I don't want to leave out Corner.
Oh God, this guy.
Just Corner. He was only in the movie like twice, maybe 3 times, but his one, like, for his first entrance in the movie was just great, because he walked in, he had coffee and he had donuts. He's laying his donut on the dead bodies, and it's just like, oh man, this guy's great.
I love the fact that you've seen so many dead bodies and shit. Even one with the neck ripped out and shit. He's like, I gotta have my coffee and donut.
Yeah, man, come on. In this town that you're really.
So, if people don't know, we did a previous werewolf movie, and that was number 91. Another John pick. And more werewolf dick we have to talk about. That was Bubba the Redneck Werewolf.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get married.
Yes, that. Oh, man. It's. you have to laugh at that fucking movie, at that part.
That was great. One of the best lines ever. You know.
Oh man, oh, it's so great. So, but Wolf Cop, it's entertaining. I'll say it's
Mhm.
But these opening credits, John, I thought I took some illegal drugs or something because
That
it
was
was
weird. Yeah.
boy, oh boy, man, there's a
It
lot of
didn't.
shit.
You think back about it, you're like, it really wasn't like that well connected to the movie. A lot of like interesting special effects that really had not much to do with anything. I don't know.
Yeah, we had a red moon and we had three people in hooded capes and guns, and I was like, I guess we ends with seeing Wolf Cop's face. I guess I was like, I don't know, it was a trip.
Mm-hmm.
And one unofficial we like to keep track of here is how many minutes into the movie before we see a set of knockers. So I don't know about you, but here I was like, I had to put down, do we count paintings that show
Yeah,
titties?
because that was the first.
But then it didn't matter because 15 seconds later we get an actual woman's
Yeah.
knockers. So
Lay naked on the bed next to Cop, next to me.
and he starts his day like any person, John. Nice warm beer.
Nice warm beer to wake you up.
Nice warm jungle beer.
Makes a man out of you.
And don't forget, like, this movie is 2014, but when they were like, we need a cop car, I think they went to 1986.
I know. I tell you what, I had a Dodge Diplomat. I mean, when I say
Whoa!
I had it, I didn't. Our family had it, right? And we had it. It was an old cop car. It was a white Dodge
Nice.
Diplomat, and it was gonna be my first car when I got my driver's license, But the darn thing just wouldn't keep running. It was a piece of crap. I was not as handy with the spanner wrench as Wolf Cop is. I'll tell you
Yeah, you just needed to take it to the auto shop and bang it a couple times or claw at it, and it's a new car. I can't wait to talk about this car restoration, whatever you want to call it. I was like, what the fuck are they doing? What?
Dodge Diplomat, that was a great car. Lots of room in it. Big suspension, big. Oh, you can't get cars with big cars. Would have been great.
So there's a banner being hung, and that's when we see the first mention of the annual Woodhaven Hunting Bonanza. John, the drink and shoot. What could go wrong?
That's a great idea. Let's get people drunk and give them guns to go shoot in the woods.
Oh man! And they said world famous.
People come from all over.
I'm telling you,
Woodhaven Walking Bear.
Walking Bear. Yeah, so Lou's on his way to work. He's all over the road because, get ready to hear this a lot, he's drinking.
What? It doesn't help that the roads are icy too. It's like covered in snow and ice. So drinking in rough weather. Yep. He drives by a couple of delinquents doing not so legal things, like drawing boobs with graffiti, but he doesn't care. He just drives by everybody. Not my problem.
That's right.
Yeah.
I
did like the radio.
I mean,
the radio that he had playing the whole time, and they were like, their official sponsor is the Liquor Donut Store.
Oh, brilliant idea! I like it. What more
could you ask for?
Oh, I like it. I like it. And there's a bunch of dogs and cats missing. We see all these missing dog and cat flyers. And Judd, I have to tell you right now, the likelihood that I get a cat is very low. But if I ever get a cat, the name will most certainly be Nipples the cat. I can promise you that much. My cat's name will be Nipples, like the cat missing on the flyer. What a fantastic name. Nipples the cat's missing.
Nipples, that's an interesting name. What kind of cat is that? Well, no, that's a pussy cat. All right. Wait a minute. They never did anything with that either. All these cats and dogs that were missing. That was just kind of like, oh yeah. Huh. There's no reason for it. was the occult sacrificing animals? I don't really understand.
I guess that's what we're supposed to believe, right? Because it's not the Wolf Cop wasn't Wolf Cop yet.
No. Yeah.
So I guess it's them, and I don't know why they're doing it. Maybe it's part of their ritual. There's a lot of rules to this thing.
There was a big, thick book on the occult, and I'll tell you what, I don't know that I was into it to read that whole book.
I guess a lot of work being a shapeshifter. I mean, fuck. So yeah, he gets there. That's when we meet the hot deputy, Tina, his partner. And his work desk, his drawer full of booze and aspirin.
It was funny. He opened up the aspirin bottle that we're getting in there. He's like licking the inside. Oh my
god. Yeah. And they get a call that he has to go see Willie at the gun store, John. This is where we see Willie. Poor Willie. And well, I put down right here. Yeah, I put down right here that Willie says all these teenagers are sacrificing the pets to Satan. That's what Willie said.
Oh, there we go. So there we go. He knew it. Of course,
yeah.
He would know it.
Yeah, right? So after doing that call, which was a lot of work, I mean, he had to watch a tape for a minute. So you got to hit the tavern after that, John. Get a drink.
I mean, it makes sense. You got to eat, right? It's a peanut or something.
I mean, as far as I could tell, it's still the morning time, and this place was packed. Boy, this town is something, man. This town. Yeah, that's. I guess if I could go look at a hot bartender Jess, maybe I'd stop in there in the morning time and have a booze.
Mm-hmm.
Have the booze. And I didn't put down the guy's name who's running for mayor against the mayor. Wallace, I think his name was Wallace or something.
William Wallace. It was Terry Wallace versus Mayor Bradley.
Yeah.
Terry's like this younger dude, and Mayor Bradley's like this 200-year-old lady.
But she can be quite spry.
But she could, yeah, offended.
Oh boy. He's giving a speech at the bar. Nobody gives a shit. They're like, get the fuck out of here. We don't want to hear your mayor speech. We're drinking.
We're in a bar. You think any of us vote?
So then it's nighttime approaches quite fast. Another disturbance call. Still drinking. Never stops throughout the day. So I don't understand this disturbance call. I want to know, where did it say for him to go? Like, drive out to woods? Because he's just in the woods.
I guess so. I did like Lou explained to Willie. He goes, because Willie's like, they've got this satanic symbol out here, and he's like, "Haven't you ever?" And he's like, "What? Like lead and mercury?" Yeah.
Willie's right. Hey,
Can't argue with man.
how can Willie not hear of heavy metal, John? Like, he's been around for a while. I mean, come on.
Yeah, right. It's that new music. He's not into that.
Got other things to do. So this made me laugh when Lou steps on a magazine and it's called Boober the Magazine.
Uber magazine.
I don't know about you. I had flashbacks to Married with Children in the Biggins magazine on Married with Children, and I had to pause it on the magazine to see that it says Jugs of the Month. All right, interesting article.
Good.
But John, the other one was the Great Nipple Debate. And I got to tell you, I was intrigued by that one. Yeah, I got to.
Yeah.
Great nipple debate. What are we talking? Like size? Are we talking size of nipples? What are we doing? What are we doing? What is the debate?
These are the high quality articles that you get out of the Boomer's magazine.
Boomer. I think it was like late 80s or something was this magazine. The Great Nipple Debate. Oh, man. So Lou takes a glance at it, of course, and there's a man screams, and he finds a guy hanging upside down. And I didn't know this at that time, but I guess this was the guy who was running for mayor.
Yeah, I couldn't figure that out either at first, but now we realize it.
Yeah. And poor Lou gets knocked out, and we get a glimpse at the creepy hooded people from the credits, and then he wakes up in bed. Weird. But he probably has passed out a lot and has just...
Probably not the first time. Drinking later passed out somewhere.
But I was like, who's at the station? Nobody noticed that he never came back.
Yeah, man. One man show. Your shift is your shift. What do you want?
I do like that. It's one person working the night shift. One person.
What are you gonna do? Fire me? Nobody's gonna cover.
One person. You think they need a bigger force here, but with the drink and shoot, or I mean,
right? That alone.
You need to call in some backup here.
Yeah, from the city.
The city. I wonder what city we're nearby here. Where do you think this takes place, John? I don't know. You think in Georgia, or well, there's snow, so.
Yeah, Kentucky? I'm actually thinking somewhere in Canada. This has got to be near the A to Z.
So,
God saves more. It's a great statue. Oh my
God. So Lou, he has to shave, and he does it. He takes a stroke, and it instantly grows back.
Boy, I hadn't seen hair like that since I saw, I guess, a tiny dude inside a girl's panties. Woo!
Oh no!
That's exactly what it reminded. First, when they showed the close up of his facial hair growing, I was like, "Oh my god!"
I'm telling you, that's well, shit. Wait a minute,
he was trying to get out of the of this girl's panties, but he was so small, and all it was like a forest of hair, giant black hairs. Good old Lefty.
I don't remember when that was. I don't remember. It was after Vampire's Kiss. I remember that. But
Getting lucky.
I love that part when she's in class and she's just like, oh.
Oh.
The teacher's like, hello. All the kids are like, what's going on over here with Christy, man?
Yeah.
I'll always remember her name from the backseat of that car. I will always remember her name because that's one of my favorite parts. Is that part?
Time to go.
Christy, curfew. Then Lou sees that he has a huge pentagram carved on his chest. Kind of strange.
Kind of a bummer, yeah. They not wash out the money.
So we see as he's leaving the house, his spidey senses are kicking in.
Yeah, he is very sensitive to all of his senses suddenly. He'll sniff in the air, sounds. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so he's struggling out there, and then we just see this guy with this tiny dog watching him, and the guy just kicks the dog, and he's like, "Don't do that." And he's like, "Oh yeah, or what?" And I'm like, "He's still a cop, but nobody gives a shit in this town." Nobody gives a shit in this town.
No respect.
But you kind of teased me there, John. You said Exeter Flexner. I thought you were going to bust one out there. It's been a few episodes since you busted one out there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, it was off the cuff. Not in a pre-planned. There's plenty of ad-lib here.
Boy. I remember I almost didn't pick that movie, too. I almost didn't pick that.
Oh, man.
Nah, man, I'm glad I did. Oh, and here's a tease. The movie I'm picking next, John. Oh, it's got promise. It's got promise. I like it. I like it. So this is when all the cops they find old Terry Wallace's body, and he has an arm full of puncture wounds and a needle, and his throat ripped out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Corner shows up. He's got coffee and he's got donut. Trying to figure out what happened. Looks like it's an OD, but could be a slash. And then Corner's like, probably just some animals after he was dead. Better keep an eye out for some high, rodents or something.
Will do. So yeah, the chief. I like the chief. He's like, well, he had my vote. Then he just throws his button into the crime scene. Like, here, fuck it. Who cares? I don't care. Yep. But with this killing, that means the mayor says the drink and shoot's gonna have to be canceled. My son of a bitch.
No, come on.
That's a tough decision. I'm sure that brings in some money to the town, man. I mean,
yeah. That's the kind of decision you'd only want to make once every 32 years.
Yeah. So, as they're standing over the body, Lou's having some flashbacks, and he's seeing last night, kind of.
Mm-hmm. He does some sniffy of the corpse, and using the spider senses on it.
Oh boy! And like this is so like we're getting into this movie. You still haven't seen him. Like you still haven't seen him as Wolf Cop, and I'm telling you, you're gonna wait a while longer.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's funny because he hasn't had a drink, so he goes back to the bar.
Good research is done at the bar, It's where you got to go.
I know. I put on he's doing actual police work at a bar drinking, but police work.
Mm-hmm. Seems legit.
So I don't know if you have anything before we venture into the bathroom you want to talk about, John, or else you can just start us on the bathroom situation, because there is a lot that happens here in this bathroom.
Yeah, we're at the bar. It's about 10 to 10. And Jess decides it's time to close up shop for a private party, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But boy, she drops in front of Lou enough booze to make somebody, probably die.
It's yeah, and just remember that according to this movie, like 10 o'clock is when the moon is officially the moon, is a full moon. It's 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Maybe 10 and 5 seconds.
Yeah, so she wants to get the bang on, and he's like, I got the throw ups. I gotta go into the bathroom and puke up some gross shit. I'll be right back.
Not the first time he yaks in the movie.
So that's all and good. He's puking up some gross shit. He's turned into a wolf cop here. But then, for some reason, we have to go over to the urinal and take a leak.
Mm-hmm. And this is what it happens.
John. Why is it? We have done numerous movies where the male genitalia take a beating.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't even know how to describe what happens here. I'm just gonna tell you what I put down, because I rewound it and I tried again. I tried pausing it. So what I gathered here is he starts pissing some blood. Then I put down his dick kind of inflates. And then it turns into, I put down black bulge. I don't know what you got out of it.
I wrote giant wolf dong.
Okay. That makes more sense. What happens in a minute. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It has to be. We didn't get a clean look at it. That's the problem. We didn't get the...
Oh, man.
We never got...
There was enough.
We never got a clean look at Bubba the Redneck Werewolf's dong. We just had to hear the stories.
No, when you talk about a third leg, this looked like there was a third leg coming out.
Is this the Olympics?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and so that was horrifying. And so he's going through it now. His hands changing, and meanwhile, some guys are sneaking into the bar. What was the plan here? To kill him? Was that it? Or,
I think they were to capture him was their plan.
Capture.
And they were not going to succeed.
Yeah. He kills 2 people. This is kind of not very good. Like, we don't see much here. We don't see him killing them. It's kind of like we know he's doing it. But the third guy just gets his shirt ripped off and runs away. It's kind of funny. Somehow his shirt just came right off. Like, whoop!
He rips his shirt off and he's like, I'm done.
So now Lou wakes up handcuffed to a different bed, and it turns out it's at Willie's place. Willie!
Yeah, it wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting to be at Jess's place, but nope, it was Willie's.
Yeah. Willie!
Willie shows Lou a little tape of him as a giant wolf, and he shows that he had to use 3 tranquilizers to knock him down. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he's just kind of like, this is what I love. He knows this guy is a werewolf, and he's like, All right, well, I cleaned your uniform, all that blood off it. How about some scrambled eggs? Like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
well, let's do it. Uh, and I think this is where I got the next thing down is Lou and Jess are talking, and they're talking like, hey, I'm a werewolf. And it's like, yeah, no big deal. It was kind of strange at this point in the movie where it's like, yeah, so what? You're a giant killing werewolf. Like,
Yeah,
hey.
I noticed it, but you was cool.
Because this is the crime scene now. Because now the force and the coroner have met up in the bathroom to go over the blood-soaked bathroom crime scene, and this this horrible scene where there's just dead guys, and Tina holds up a face, yes, a face with ears,
Yep.
and does some jokes like she's Lou.
No, like
Because
she's
it,
turkey.
oh man,
That's the face sound like she's turkey.
oh
I
man,
couldn't tell who she was.
yes. I'm glad you brought up turkey. Yep, that's perfect. Another face wearing guy here. Then hold on, number 85, Thanksgiving. One of the best movies ever made.
That's right.
Yeah, she's like, hey, this face I'm holding here kind of looks like you, Lou. And he's like,
That's weird. No, we're not ready to talk about that yet. But let me just say, I don't understand.
So and so then we cut to I don't know what you call it, John. The gang's barn lab
Meth lab. Yeah.
in a barn.
Mm-hmm.
And the gang leader talking to the guy who ran away last night, and the favorite thing to say is, "It was a big fucking wolf."
Yep. That's right.
And this guy's like, "Yeah, what?" Uh, and this is quite gross. He stabs the guy in his eye and pulls his eye out.
Might be one of those moments where you question your line of work and say, this job just ain't that good. They're paying $15 an hour for me to work at Wendy's right now.
Yeah.
Get free meals. I get 401k. I mean,
Nugs. You got nugs.
nugs. Yeah, and I get to keep my eyeball.
Yeah. Get that chili and nugs. There you go.
Good chili. Good stuff.
What I always appreciate this in movies when the bad guy shows his badassness by throwing the knife, sticking it in the wall, and I'm always like, what if it didn't?
It bounces off.
You shrug it off for you. Yeah. But this guy does it one better. He does it with the eyeball attached to the knife. It sticks in the wall. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like he's practiced that move for a few hundred years.
Yeah. So Lou visits the library. Guess what? He's drinking.
Yeah.
And
we get the rare research montage.
oh yeah, yeah. Usually it's clothing or
or
something like that,
training
right?
or exercise. Yeah.
Oh yes, training. Got the training. Yeah, and it's all this stuff. Boy, this town has a lot of history where, like, we find out that Lou's dad went missing, Tina's dad went missing, everybody goes missing in this town.
32 years ago during a solar eclipse or lunar eclipse. I forget what it was. And then
Yes. We see that the werewolf basically impossible to kill during a full moon. And I like this because Willie's like, it says it's usually the town idiot, and Willie's like, hey, it's a book about you, Lou.
Thanks, Willie.
And then we kind of see what is happening in the movie. They call it The Reckoning.
Mm-hmm.
And the point of all of this is that the shapeshifters have to drain the blood of the beast during the solar eclipse to stay living.
Man, if they had to have been a virgin, they would have been really out of luck. Because, it's hard enough.
Precious. So is it the shapeshifters need the blood to live or to keep shapeshifting?
Yeah, it said it sustains them for decades.
Okay. Okay.
How many decades? Probably 3.2 is what I'm
Yep, somewhere around there. Yep. So, Lou and Willie are trying to plan what they're going to do here, and Willie pulls out. I didn't know what it was at first, John, but it's a pill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a horse pill.
I didn't know that's what it was. I was like looking at it like, oh, but you don't swallow this one.
No.
Oh.
Oof, that enters the body through a different channel.
Ooh. Oh. And so I got to tell you, John, they're locking Lou up in a cell because he's going to turn into the old wolf cop. And Willie's going to record it and all this stuff. But Willie says, why don't you take off your gitch?
Gitch is an interesting term.
I don't know gitch.
Not one you hear very often. Yeah.
Oh, man. I guess that's undies is what
Willie
gitch is.
really wanted to see lose Willie. I think that's what it was. He
Show me the beast.
Naked.
So
Tina shows up and she goes, "Look, you went from being lazy to being weird." All right.
This is so great because I love how she shows up and it's Willie with a camera and Lou in a cell in his underwear, and she goes, "What's going on with you?" And he seriously goes, "What do you mean?" And it's like, well, this is kind of strange.
Well,
this is a little strange.
What you do at your own house is one thing, but here at work.
Oh, man. And then we see that Tina's dad went missing right before Lou's dad, who went looking for him, and he went missing, and everybody. So this is Lou starts the change. It's 10 p.m. Lots of skin ripping.
Yeah, so this is the interesting part, right? So we actually get to see now him transform from human to wolf. And normally it's like the hair grows out of the skin and all that, the nails pop out, whatever. Instead, it was like he was shedding his skin and ripping out from underneath. He had a full thing of hair underneath the skin and just peeled off the whole layer of skin. And I was like, what WTF moment, right? What just happened? We never get to see him switch from wolf to human. I'm like, does the reverse happen? Does he grow a layer of skin over the wolf, or does he rip the wolf body out and then is there a shedded wolf skin somewhere? I'm like, I have so many questions about this. I don't.
John's pointing out some inconsistencies with the
like,
wolf cop.
Is he got like the whole body on the ground? Like, is like all of his skin on the ground? Does he have like a shedded, foreskin on the floor? I mean, I want to know.
It might start looking suspicious when at every crime scene there's just a full body of just
full
flesh.
Body of Lou.
Hey, another face that looks like you, Lou. This is starting to add up.
Weird.
Yeah, that's what's great. Like when he shaved his face, the hair just grew back. And you're like, okay, so he's just gonna grow some hair like every other werewolf, right? Like,
Right.
Yeah. But so he finally does the complete turn, and this is when you see what we're gonna be doing the rest of the movie when Lou the wolf cop asks for a drink.
Yep, booze. More booze. Donuts. Liquor donuts.
He drinks a whole bottle of booze and wants donuts.
He wants the liquor donuts.
And so you're like, okay, so he's a werewolf, but he's drinking some booze and eating some donuts. I mean, it's not like the phone's gonna ring and he's gonna take a call and
They were
write
just
down
playing
shit.
cards, which was crazy, right? So he was obviously in control, like like a redneck werewolf would have been in control. But...
It's so great.
he's like, you can't take that. You're a wolf. He goes, cop. Oh yeah, wolf cop.
Oh, trailer moment right there, man. Yep. Cop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got some bad piggies at the liquor store.
Oh boy.
Stealing booze, and Wolf Cop shows up, and they're like, "What are you?" He's like, "The fuzz."
Oh,
All right,
fuck you, movie. Fuck you. Oh man, the fuzz. Oh boy. Yeah, these robbers, they're not even. It didn't look like they're stealing money. They're just stealing booze.
Yeah. More than what was in the drawer, anyway.
So, and this is when we're like, all right, so he's gonna do some werewolf stuff here and start clawing and eating people, right, John? Or bust out the gun.
Pulls out a gun and just fights him like a normal cop would have there.
He pulls out a gun. Oh, I gotta tell you, before this movie, not sure I ever saw a movie where a werewolf shot a gun.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
a good point.
I don't know.
That is a very good point.
He takes care of two guys outside. Then the third guy, he sneaks up on him, and the guy looks at him and just, I guess, passes out.
Yeah, he roars and he faints. After a job well done, he grabs himself some liquor donuts and some whiskey.
Some liquor donuts. Yeah. And I love it that all these people, the guy behind the counter and everything, they're not like, what in the holy fuck is happening?
Thanks, officer.
Thanks, officer. Oh, it's a big fucking wolf.
That's what they said.
Oh boy. So the next amazing thing that happens is Lou goes out to the cop car and he rips the door off the cop car.
Yep. And
he looks over, and next door is an auto body place, and you're like, well, that's convenient. I assumed they were going to go over there and put the door back on.
Fix the door, yeah. Kind of had that thought for a moment.
Yeah.
No, it turns out werewolf cops are very good with tools, and they can do mods. So he pimped his ride.
This wolf cop ride.
Best Dodge diplomat you've ever seen.
Oh man, you could have had that, John. Oh man.
I think I drove to high school in one of those. Yeah.
Oh, we can't forget to say that we get a montage of working on the car.
Yes, a car working montage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Love
Cue the
it.
music.
And John, I don't know about you, but I was like, I appreciate that, Wolf Cop. Him putting on safety goggles. Safety
Safety
first.
first. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well,
You're a fucking werewolf.
Don't need a burnt retinal in this. Come on.
I gotta ask it, John. I gotta ask the question. What the fuck did they actually do to this car? I don't know
Well, I'm
what
glad
they
you
did.
asked. Well, let's go through some of the list of modifications. Obviously, it is now missing the doors, so it's a little bit like a Jeep Wrangler, right? We we
If
have
you say so.
changed our front headlights, so now they have a little bit of a red glow to them because that's what you do. We have a really sweet W carved into the hood. The hood ornament is also a W. We have a W ornament, a hood ornament. Yep. The light bar on top of the car, which was going side to side, now goes front to back. Interesting
Okay.
choice. Interesting choice.
What
Not
is
sure
that?
why.
What is
You know,
that? Like
aerodynamics. This is important. You don't want the air friction slowing you down.
Well, makes sense. Yep.
Big V8 engine. You got to save some gas.
I guess so.
Had some throatiness to it, so I'm gonna guess he may have removed the catalytic converter.
It's a hybrid. It's a hybrid.
Possibly straight piped it. Yep.
I'm just so stupid because, and I think they painted it. Is it black? They kind of painted it
Did some
too.
paint job to it. Yeah, that's right. Oh
Boy, this was just amazing. When I saw that the light bar was turned the other way, I was like, "What? What are we doing?" And now, don't forget. Now, Wolf Cop is fine without doors, right? But it is
yeah,
winter time.
it
And
is.
Willie's in there, man. I mean, Willie, crank the heater. I hope that's
Yeah.
working.
Thanks, Wolf Cop. Not freezing at all.
Oh man, they pimped his Wolf Cop right.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's something. Oh, it's something. And there's a strange scene here where Tina visits Hot Jess the bartender, and I think the whole scene was she gets a drink and then she gets a call and then calls Jess a bitch. And that's basically the scene.
Yeah. She goes in and it's like she's gonna just talk to her, and Jess gives her, the resting bitch face, I guess, and she wasn't happy about it, so she let her know.
Oh, Jess is pretty hot though.
Yeah, it's tough.
So now
We
we're
do
gonna
get to
head.
see Wolf Cop urinate on some kids doing some penis graffiti.
The one kid said it burns.
It burns.
God damn.
Yeah,
It's just straight booze. That's why. It's just
That's
straight
right. Yeah,
Wolf
that's like
Cop
alcohol
booze.
burning on you.
It's just straight Wolf Cop booze. So we're gonna go to the old gang's barn hideout, and
AKA the barn.
and so Wolf Cop is driving down the road and he starts sniffing, and I put he can smell the drugs and sex acts, so he drives the car into the barn.
At one point in this movie, he's like indoors and he sniffs. He goes, "Oh yeah, Tina's on her way," and she hadn't even like stopped her car yet. He could smell her coming. Man, that is some super spidey senses there. I'll tell
I
you.
mean, damn. She says she doesn't even wear any.
Yeah, it's her feminine scent.
So Willie and Wolf Cop, they smashed the car through the barn and looked like there was a party happening. besides the
Yep.
drug making, a little bit of partying happening.
Yep. Big
And
boss, he was snorting something.
yeah, I don't know what.
Probably frozen wolf blood from 32 years ago.
Oh, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of my favorite things we've had in our movies, John, where let's say zombie, alien, robot, you shoot it, no effect. So let's go in for some close quarter battle.
Yep. Yeah. If you think that bullet wasn't, if that bullet didn't do anything, what on earth thought anything else was going to work? No. Time to run.
Yes.
You shoot something and it doesn't just gets mad, you run.
So, I gotta say, the guy getting his face ripped off was pretty good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, rips the dude's face off. He had somebody else.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Of course, Lou takes out some guys. The barn gets set on fire, and then I'm telling you, this thing doesn't explode. This thing fucking explodes.
Yes, man. It isn't a flame. Might be a little flammable.
This thing goes up. Oh boy. Here we go. I got it. John, will you begin our station meet and greet with Jess while I take a drink to prepare?
Just shows up to the police station, My, what big teeth you have.
Oh god.
Ooh, that's not all.
I love the unzip noise. It's always great movies. It's great. Oh.
Yeah, so Lou's like, you're gonna have to leave and give us a little privacy, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Hold on. I got a question. I want to go back to the unzip. All right. I got a question. So they have been doing this for hundreds of years. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure, spoiler alert for later on, Jess is a shapeshifter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got to know something. Is it every time they do the sacrifice and there's a new werewolf, does the werewolf always have the same size dong?
Oh, so many
or
questions.
does it depend on the guy?
So many questions.
It's the
But the
questions we
werewolf's
need
a woman.
answered.
It could be a woman.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah.
We never had the rare werewolf woman.
Oh, this is a question I need answered, man. Because Jess has seen a lot, I'm telling you.
She's seen a lot, yeah. Been around the block, you know what I mean. Cue the making it music, and you know what I was surprised about is the wolf cop. He has some nice, drawn out, slow moves. He doesn't just like wham bam thank you ma'am. He makes an evening of this, he wines and dines this girl.
And here you go, ladies. Wolf cop, he's also a giver as a lover. You are welcome. That some women might be a little scared of that. It might get a little toothy there.
Yeah, it might be a little toothy, right?
But yeah, there's this. Yeah, he's we got candles in there, and we some howling, and then we get some slow mo wolf banging. Here we go. Yes, he gives as well as he receives. Yes. Yeah. So he's got his gitches off, and they're banging.
So I have to assume that Bubba was better though, because I mean, we're gonna do some comparison here. Bubba's girl, she's like, we're gonna get married. Where Jess is like, well, but I have to sacrifice you in the morning. What?
Yeah, right.
That's never done that, dude.
Yep, they should have put on better moves. You could have avoided the sacrifice shit. I'm telling you. Oh, and this scene was a little long. The wolf banging scene, maybe a minute too long there.
Yeah. It's a bit much.
At least we got some boobs. We got to see those great Jess boobs on display. And of course, what we've always learned is gotta have the post-bang sig. Gotta have it. Even Wolf Cop's gotta have a sig after the bang. Oh,
that was interesting to me. So just then, she mixes in a little something in his drink and cans in the drink. At this point, you're a wolf. You have the super senses. You think you would have sniffed that and been like,
Yes.
No.
Yes, I thought that too. But he was in that.
Maybe it was iocane powder,
He was in that just banged hot Jess phase where he's just like, yeah, it's all fuzzy. He's just in a seeing rainbows and Einstein on a bike. He's just. That's a callback. There you go.
There you go.
So
first in the baby, they get I forget.
Yeah. Advice from the coach.
Double whammy.
So, boy, he was right, John. Where's my booze? So, yeah, she drugs him, and then John. It's the twist. Jess is old lady mayor.
Oh man, that was Yeah, we find out Willie's a bad guy. We find out Jess is a shapeshifter, and she's not good, and Mayor's in on it. Like, we're running out of people. Everybody's a bad guy in this movie.
Yeah, it's smelling like a reckoning's coming with all these people betraying poor Lou. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Tina shows up to the old police station and wants to find out what happened in that cell last night. And but the shapeshifters did not notice the closed circuit recording going on in there.
Yeah.
And Tina got to watch the whole video of Wolf Cop and the mayor.
The wolf porno.
The wolf porn. Oh.
Yeah.
And then we get Tina gearing up, and that was pretty cool. She got all stuff. Man, she was loaded.
Preparing for battle.
Yes.
Oh.
And as she leaves the station, all geared up with her rifles and bulletproof vests and all that, she noticed the Wolfmobile.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that.
Yeah, fire that shit up. Oh man, the Wolfmobile. Yeah, she doesn't even hesitate for a second and go, what the fuck happened to the car? Like, what?
Nope. She's like, this looks sweet.
So, we're going to head out to the woods because the eclipse is a-coming and we got to get to the sacrifice and blood draining. And it's the place to be, John. We got gang members, gang leaders. We got everybody. We got
the mayor. We got the chief.
I mean, it's a party.
Alien shapeshifters. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about that for a second, John. What are we looking at here? Because apparently you can kill these things with just like you can kill a person. Yeah. And when they're dead, we see their actual form, and I don't know how to describe it. I said space lizard. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they were from Frogtown.
Oh, well, they would have fit right in easily. Yeah, they're very strange looking. I thought at first it wasn't even a lizard; it was just an alien. But now that
And
kind of looks like a lizard.
we get a good point of like, you've been here for 200 years and doing this, and this is the best you can do is run this crappy little town. And like, that's a good point. Like, pretty low ambitions here, guys.
Yeah,
You worked your way up to chief of police, mayor, and bartender. you know.
And another thing that bothered me is, all right, 200 years every 30 years. So we'll be looking at here 6 times or something, right? Right, 6 times. My math is right.
Yeah.
You gotta have a better setup to do this blood draining, John. We gotta take better precautions here. Like, come on now, come on.
If I were trying to get myself some fresh wolf blood, I'd have a basement with stainless steel countertops and hooks and stuff like that. So we can have some nice fresh meat. Fresh wolf blood meat.
Yes, you are right. I agree because now Willie said earlier in the movie that Lou is stronger than the previous werewolf. So
his super strength, what gives
it's the booze. It's the powered by the booze, Jeff.
The booze. Yeah. Oh man.
By the booze, by the
Apparently
bourbons.
Wolf Cop is exponentially stronger thanks to the Texas whiskey. Sorry. Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah, they just have him tied to a tree with a chain.
Yep.
A chain maybe someone's wife might wear if they're meeting a nerd in a hotel room.
Whoa.
Maybe. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Woo! Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's nice.
That's right. I'm going back one episode. That's right.
Whole episode.
Hey, 2 in a row with a chain. Hey, come on.
I'll give
come
it
on.
Come
on. So.
Hello to Simba.
What do you mean? It's a cup? What? I just can't wait to be king. I can watch this so many times and sing the song so many times. I know the songs. I know them all.
Yep,
true. I'm singing in the car with her. We busted up the tunes. All right, it's what you do. It's what you do. Yep. Tina, expert marksman, shoots poor one-eyed gang member in the other eye.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that guy, that's rough. You stuck around after that, man.
Could have got a job at Wendy's, you'd have been fine.
Yep. Oh, then she becomes a sniper. That's interesting.
She shoots Billy. Yeah.
Yeah, here comes the eclipse, and I think they said they got 7 or 8 minutes to do this shit or something like that. But this shitty setup comes back to bite the shape-shifting alien lizards when old Lou breaks the chains. Here we go. But they did get a stab in on him and drain a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what that sword was made of that they were able to stab him. Like, take bullets, no problem, but apparently some sword. And I was like, well,
yeah,
silver bullets are for werewolves, for vampires, right? So I don't know what's a werewolf.
I gotta say, another thing that happens when Willie dies, his body goes up in flames.
Yeah. That was weird.
I was like, oh, okay. And then we get this weird fight scene when Tina confronts the mayor, and holy shit, John, it's like the mayor's just, oh, now she's the mayor. And they're doing a little fighting, and I liked Tina, or Jess tells Tina the last wolf she banged was Tina's father.
What?
Oh.
Yeah. Cat fight going here until Tina shoots her.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. So meanwhile, Wolf Cop Blue, he's taking care of some gang members, killing, biting, clawing, shooting, doing all that good stuff. And then the gang leader shoots Lou, but then he turns into the, guess what, John? The chief.
Oh man, so 2 for 1 here.
Son of a bitch.
He was moonlighting. He had 2 jobs.
He was busy, man.
Yeah.
Tina helps Lou out fighting the chief. She stabs the chief, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he was fine with that.
Yeah,
You think you're the first person to stab me with a sword? Whatever.
Yeah.
You don't know where my anatomy is. You just went through, nothing.
Yeah. I'm a shape-shifting alien lizard. You don't know shit.
True.
So the chief's like,
he does the old grabs Tina and pulls her into the sword move. Like,
yeah,
that's bad.
Yeah, he's like, you stab me, I stab you. How you like that shit?
Yeah, but then Lou pulls a Popeye moment, and he goes do 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 super juice.
What is happening here? What?
He drinks some booze and goes to Super Wolf Cop.
Super Wolf Cop. Oh boy, yeah, he does. I mean, shit, John. I don't know. Who knows how long he was knocked out and chained to that tree? He hadn't had a drink in who knows how long.
Yeah,
I mean,
right? Hours even.
He probably should have the super shakes, right? He probably.
That's right.
But yeah, fueled by the sweet nectar, he does a perfect headshot on the chief. I mean, perfect.
Yeah, looking for a promotion, I think.
There you go. And now we're a 2-person force.
Yeah. There's opening for chief now.
Yeah, and mayor. Town crazy guy. I mean, there's a lot of openings around here.
That's right. Can't find anybody to fill a job.
Like, what do you do now, though? Do you call corner guy? How do you explain this one? Like, there's just gang members dead everywhere. Mayor's dead. Chief's dead.
Aliens on the ground.
Yeah.
That's lab on fire.
Yeah. Do you gotta call in the bigwigs, John? You gotta call in the Metro PD?
Call in from the city? Ooh, I don't know. Let's keep this local.
Yeah. This is no big deal. Let's keep it local. So
Lou's like, I could use a drink, and Tina's like, I could use a hospital. I'm like, all right, 2 stops then.
God. But yeah, so that's the end, and luckily they tell us you only gotta wait 1 year for Wolf Cop 2.
Yep. Another Wolf Cop.
Yes, John. Did you see it?
Oh man.
Another one, sequel that we definitely will do.
Yep. We got a little theme song there, a little theme music. Don't try to hide from the Wolf Cop.
Yeah.
And if you happen to peek at the very end of the credits, we have a little Marvel moment.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, so you fast forward to the very end, and there's a dog whimpering outside, and some guy walks out to go kick his dog again, if you know what I mean. And the wolf cop shows up. Oh man!
Oh shit! I did not see that. Oh man.
Oh. And then they advertised wolfcop.com. So there you go. We first advertised it from website.
I was like, what? Oh, the guy didn't go, "You're a big fucking wolf." Cop.
Yeah. He doesn't have a pesky body here, but he did good.
Oh man. Let me tell you something, man. Those ladies would have their work cut out for them.
Oh, yep.
Ooh, you thought a rat was bad. Oh man. Holy shit. Oh. Boy, he has a lot of pesky body here, John. That's a lot. So that's the end. Wolf Cop. Stay tuned. Wolf Cop 2. Another Wolf Cop. Definitely. So my pick is Tubi, 2016. I think I didn't write down a description, but if I remember right, I did watch the trailer. I did not watch the trailer for Wolf Cop. Went in blind, had a feeling what I might see. But this one, it appears that this, I think it said that this is a group of young people and they're at a motel and there's an STD that makes people zombies. Is the premise
fantastic.
of the? I believe that's what it said. This is called Night of Something Strange. Not quite like your way back when you had one called Night of the Comet, episode 30.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, so we've had a couple of vampire movies and a couple of zombie movies, and we'll see.
Werewolf ones.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it looked and I'll tell you, I will read it all when we start talking about this one next week, because when you go to, this is what sold me, not the trailer, not the description. When I went to the IMDb and went to the spot on it where it says, how much nudity and drugs is in it, and it said severe, John, and you click on it, and you read the descriptions, John, it is the funniest shit to read, and I can't wait to see this on the screen. I'm telling you, it's stuff I've never seen in a movie before, but sounds hilarious. Like, I was blown away. I immediately said, I can stop looking for a movie like this. This is it. This is
all right.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's great. Okay, sir. I will talk to you later.
All right,
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.